and welcome back to All About Health podcast. My name is Georgia Overbeck, your host of this podcast, and we are here for episode 11, which is going to be a first week in Hawaii recap. So if you've been following along on my YouTube or on my Instagram or my family's social media, you would know that we have officially moved to Hawaii. We're going to be here for 6 months, and we are on the Big Island. And so we have been here for 1 week now, and I thought it would be fun to kind of do like a first week recap of what we've done so far, because I've gotten a lot of messages of people saying to share more about our experience and what we've been doing here, and just like seeing how we've been living our daily life, how it's changed being here in Hawaii. So we were in Hawaii last year as well. We were on Oahu, and so this time we are on the Big Island, as I said before. We had never been here before a week ago, so that's pretty crazy, but it's been absolutely beautiful so far, and I can't wait to keep sharing about this amazing island and just telling about our experience that we've had here. So, first of all, before we get into the episode and what we've been getting up to over the last week, we got to do our segments. So first segment of the week is recipe or food of the week that I've been really loving. And I'm going to say that it is this, I actually videoed it, and it's going to be in my next vlog that's going to be coming up soon. And I made it on the weekend for breakfast. It was a coconut, macadamia nut, white chocolate chia seed pudding, and I added some protein powder in there, and it was just so delicious. It tasted so tropical, and the added coconut and the macadamia nuts were just a perfect combination. And again, so stay tuned for that recipe. It will be in my next vlog, which is a weekend in my life, like a weekend vlog, so stay tuned for that. And then the next segment is show of the week, and it's actually something we just started. I think it was either Thursday or Friday, maybe, or maybe even later, like sooner than that, like closer to where we are now. It's called Limitless, and it's on Disney Plus, and it is a show about Chris Hemsworth trying crazy things to try and make him live longer. So a few of them that he's done is like swimming in super cold water. He's done like a fasting episode. He did one where he had to like climb up this rope over a canyon or something like that, like very scary things. And supposedly these are supposed to help with him living longer, but it's a very entertaining show, and you do learn a lot, and it teaches you things. And so we've been really enjoying that as a family. We've been watching that over the past couple of days. I think there's 6 episodes, and we're on episode number 4. And again, that's on Disney Plus. But so far it's been really good, and we've been enjoying that. Okay, so now we're going to get into the recap of our last week, my last week, what we've been getting up to being in Hawaii. So we actually got in on Tuesday the 15th, and we got in to Hawaii at around 10:30, or no, it was later than that. I think it was around 12:30. I did vlog our travel day coming to Hawaii, and then also the first day when we got here. So if you want to see that, I'll link that down below if you're more of a visual person rather than hearing me talk about it. But the first night that we got here, again, we got to this house at around 1 a.m. And then when we got here, we did like a little tour of the house. Everybody found their rooms. We put our luggage in all of our rooms and everything like that. And then everybody each kind of went to their own separate rooms, because again, at this point it was already 1 a.m. We'd been traveling all day. We were pretty tired. And so I had a shower and then pretty much just went straight to bed. And if you're watching this, you can see the bed behind me. It's so comfortable and I love it. So that was pretty much, I guess that's what I'm calling day 1, but really it was just a few hours because we got there late at night. So day 2 was Wednesdays the 16th, and so we woke up that morning and it was just so magical. Again, I vlogged this day, so if you want to see it, it's linked down below. I woke up in my own bed and I went outside because I have like entrance to our backyard right next to me here. And so I walked outside for a little bit just to see, because since we got in the night before, we couldn't really see what our backyard looked like because it was dark outside. And so I walked outside, the sun was still coming up, I could see our pool, we had chickens in the backyard. It was just, the bird sounds were so comforting because they sound the exact same as they did in Oahu. So it was really cool kind of experiencing that again. It was kind of like deja vu. So that was beautiful. Then I went upstairs and made coffee, and it was so sweet because our property manager left us a bag of 100% Kona coffee, which we have never tried before. And it was really cool because when we were in Vancouver, I got a job at JJ Bean, which is a coffee shop. And so over the summer, I have learned so much about coffee and how to tell if it's good quality or if it's fresh or it's going to taste good. And so I had really high expectations for Kona coffee because I've heard so much good stuff about it. And so I made a pot of coffee that morning, and it was incredible. Like, we all agree as a family that is the best coffee we've ever had, 100% Kona coffee. Now, it is not cheap, but it is definitely worth it. And I think it's great if you can find somebody local to support so that you know that the proceeds and the money is going to somewhere local and that's going to help the local people as well. So that was the morning. And then I kind of did it was weird because usually I wake up and I do a lot of work on my phone. Like, I'll do social media stuff, I'll respond to things, emails, all that stuff. But that morning, I don't even remember what I did. I was just such a surreal experience. Like, we sat out on the porch and just talked as a family about how cool it was to be back here again. And we also that morning, because we got in late the night before, we didn't have any food in our fridge. And so my dad wanted to go out to get milk for his coffee, and my mom wanted to get sweetener for their coffee. And so we went to this little place. It was a little market, kind of like a convenience store. And my dad got some milk and some sweetener there. And then after that, we went to this place which you could get a box of fruit for $25. And they would put it together for you. It would be random stuff. And they were kind of the distributor for local grocery stores. So you just watching them have all the fresh fruit there, it was so cool. Again, this is all in my vlog, so if you want to see that. So then we got home, we had breakfast. I made a smoothie bowl, which I love smoothies. I love smoothie bowls, but by the end of the time that we were in Vancouver, it was so cold that I couldn't really enjoy smoothies or smoothie bowls anymore. So I was so excited to be able to do that again. And I've had a smoothie, I think, almost every day since we've been here. So we had breakfast, and then in the afternoon, we went out to just get other things. So we went out to we went to Target to get other grocery things that we needed, because obviously at the fruit market, we didn't get meat for my parents or rice and pantry staples, canned beans, things like that. The whole haul is in my last vlog. So we did that. We also did Kangoo Dance that day because we have our live classes still we're doing from here. We did a lot of unpacking and organizing. We also went to a bunch of secondhand stores, just to see if we could find the random things that we needed again. And I did get a few things. I got a few tank tops that I wanted, and some books and things like that. But that was pretty much day 2. And then day 3 was Thursday, and I'm trying to think of, it's hard to remember everything that we did now. I know it was so recent, but so that day, we woke up, again, had the Kona coffee. It was amazing, delicious. We kind of had a little bit of a laid back morning. I have everything written out here, so that's why I keep looking down. But we did go to some secondhand stores again that morning. We went to Goodwill and Salvation Army and a few other places and things like that. I actually got these earrings that morning. I love these ones. They're so cute. If you are listening to this, they're like little flowers. And then we got home, and we got a lot of Christmas stuff that morning at the secondhand stores. We went to Restore, and they had a bunch of things, and we pretty much got everything we wanted except the tree. So then we got home and we had our upper body workout, which we did live again. And then in the afternoon, we hung by the pool for a little bit. We got some tan going, which was very nice and needed. And then we also, that day, I kind of had a job interview that I wasn't expecting. So I got a message from a company asking if they wanted to work together, and then they asked me if I could be their social media manager. And so they asked if I wanted to come in and just see what the place is about, and we can kind of talk and things like that. It ended up being that they offered me an actual job there. I was more interested in doing the social media thing because I would love to be able to work from home and spend a lot of my time here rather than being out somewhere else and not with my family. So in the end, I kind of declined that, but it was cool seeing that that's an opportunity. Maybe like people are interested in having me as a social media manager or just working for them in some way. So that was that. And then after that, we went to the little like local town, and they have so many cute stores there. They had like a bookstore and so many houseware stores and cute like clothing stores. Like it was just like that Hawaii town when you think of that. So there were tons of like glass figurines and like the wooden spoons, and like if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It was like that, and we just walked down that town for a little bit, and it was absolutely beautiful. And then we got home and pretty much went to bed, and that was day 3. Day 4 was Friday. So we woke up that morning, and we actually got a Christmas tree that day. That night actually, so I'm skipping forward a little bit. But in the morning, so we woke up, again, had coffee, it was delicious. And the night before, I had actually gotten a new coffee to try because we had finished the Kona one that the lady left for us. I don't remember what it is called now. I think it's called Ka'u coffee, and it's just another kind of like roast coffee made here on the island, and it was also delicious. So we had that morning, and then we went to, we had our Kangu class. We also went to the beach after that. This was my first time at the beach, and it was so beautiful. It was really fun to just be back in the ocean with my family, and we saw little fish there, and that was so beautiful. And then after that, my mom wanted, this is where I was talking about the Christmas tree, my mom and sisters wanted to get a Christmas tree. So they went to Ross, and then in like the same little complex area, there was this place called Island Naturals Grocery. And before we even came here, I had wanted to get all of those pantry staples that I knew that I was gonna want. I actually filmed a haul and posted it to Instagram and TikTok and a few different places. I'll link that down below if you wanna see everything that I got, but I kind of got like a lot of health foods. So it was like chia seeds and flax seeds and oats and textured vegetable protein, like a lot of those pantry staples that I had wanted. And I just had so much fun going around that store, choosing things and knowing that I was gonna, nourish my body with them. So that was really fun. And then again, as I said before, my mom and sisters went to Ross. They got a Christmas tree. So when we got home, they started decorating that, setting it up. And that was pretty much that day. And then day 5 was Saturday. And so Saturday, I started filming a weekend in my life vlog, which again is the one that is going to be posted next. So stay tuned for that. So there was lots of filming going on that day. And then I went for a run. It was my first run outside here in our neighborhood. I did 4 kilometers, which is less than I usually do, but I need to get better at running again outside, and especially in the heat with hills, because I kept up my running in the summer going to the gym, but there is such a difference with running inside on a treadmill with no incline to then going to running outside in the heat with hills. Like, it's crazy. And so I'm excited to start building up my endurance that way again. But it was a beautiful run. And again, this is going to be in my vlog, so you can see it in the upcoming vlog. After that, we went to the other side of the island, so the opposite side of the island where we are, called Hilo, and there was this Christmas market extravaganza going on, and so we went there. We were able to get a few Christmas gifts for each other when we were there and just check out the local vendors and the local businesses, and that was really fun. I got some new coffee. I'm trying to think of what else I got. I got some presents for my sister and my cousin and just some things like that. And then after that, there was another market that we saw in the Hilo town. So this was actually like a fruit and vegetable produce market. And it was just so incredible how beautiful the fruit was there. Like the dragon fruit and the purple sweet potato and the tomatoes and the oranges and the mangoes and the papaya. It's just all so fresh and beautiful. The pineapple, The pineapple is incredible here. I don't even know how to explain it. But yeah, so we went to that little market and got some more fruit and vegetables because we were pretty low by the time this time. It was Saturday. The last time we had really gotten fruits and vegetables was on Wednesday, and we go through fruits and vegetables very fast, so we needed those. And then we also just did a lot of exploring in that town, walking down. So after the market, we walked down like downtown Hilo, and there were so many cute little stores there. There were like crystal stores. We ended up getting lunch at this place called Pineapple Shack, Magic Pineapple Shack. And so they had like acai bowls. My dad, Daisy, and my mom got acai, and then I got it was an acai like ice cream, which was really cool. I think it was just similar like to banana ice cream with some acai in it. Sophie got the same thing but with dragon fruit instead of acai. That was really cute. There was a bookstore there. It was just like that, again, walking down a town, like a downtown area in Hawaii. It was incredible. All the little shops. It was so cute. I also ended up getting some magazines there for my scrapbooking that I'm doing. I don't know where I talked about it recently. I think it was a vlog, but I said that I'm doing scrapbooking a lot. And so I was able to go to, I think it was Salvation Army again. And I asked how much their magazines were because they had so many in their book section. And the guy who was working there said, fill this bag and I'll give it to you for $5. So it was awesome. I got tons of magazines and I'm so excited to use those. And then day 6 was Sunday, which was yesterday. Again, there was lots of filming because this was the second part of my weekend in my life. We ended up also going to Planet Fitness in the morning. This was the first time that I went to the Planet Fitness here in Hawaii, and it was great. It was pretty busy, so I didn't love it, but I'll tell you what happened today that made it better. And then we went to a place called Captain Cook, which is a little bit south of where we live. And we went to the beach. It was beautiful. It was a very rocky, it wasn't super rocky. It was kind of like a coral area of the beach. And we saw a bunch of fish in the water, which is really cool. I brought my goggles and I was able to see all of them. Super cute. And then we sat on the rocks, and it's so cool because one of the differences about Oahu and the Big Island is the Big Island has volcanoes, and there are a few of them that are active. And so everywhere you go, there's a lot of lava rock. And so it's so cool being able to see that and feel it and touch it. We haven't seen lava yet, so that'll be something that happens eventually. And then there was just a lot of like content filming and stuff like that. We also ended up, when we got back to closer to where our house is, we went to our local town, and there was actually a market again happening there. There are markets all the time here in Hawaii, and I just love it so much. And so we walked down the street, and there were like jewelry, and there was coffee, and there were crystals, and it was like just so cool. Macadamia nuts and clothing. And so we just spent about an hour just walking down the street looking at all the vendors and things like that. And then we came home and we had dinner, and that was pretty much it. And that leads us into today, which is, I guess, day 7 if you count Tuesday night as the first day. And so this morning we woke up, had coffee. I did a lot of the like scrapbooking because I had all those magazines to use. I did some content creation, and then we had our workout at Planet Fitness, which was actually better today because it wasn't as busy. I didn't love it yesterday because it was so busy and it just didn't feel like, I didn't really enjoy it, but today was much better. And so I worked back and triceps and shoulders today. And then we got home about 10 minutes before our Kangoo dance class, which we just finished. And then we had lunch. And then now I am filming this podcast and going to be editing it and uploading it. And that is pretty much the first week of Hawaii recap. I feel like we've done a lot, but also at the same time, not done a lot. My dad is leaving tonight. He's going to be going back to Vancouver and then coming back here to Hawaii at Christmas time. So it's just going to be the 4 of us girls for a few weeks. But that is pretty much our first week in Hawaii. Thank you so much for watching this video. And again, if you're interested in anything that I talked about, if you want to see the last vlog, it's linked down below. If you want to see the next vlog that's coming out, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And I will see you in my next podcast. Thank you so much for watching or listening. Bye.